Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are. This is Agent Norman, and I am Agent Norman simply because I am a licensed health, life, and annuities insurance agent. And the first reason that I disclose that is simply because those of you that have insurance licenses, you know they're very difficult to get if you have any type of foul play in your background. Obviously, if you have any type of fraud, you can't get an insurance license. So for those of you coming here thinking this is some sort of gimmick or some sort of a scam, you can kind of leave that negativity, that negative energy at your front door, and I can already say this is probably not for you. The second reason that I disclose that is because I am not an entertaining person. I really am an insurance agent. When you're dealing with people that are having problems with loved ones, life insurance, nursing home, home health care, typically they are not looking for people that are comedians. They don't want Kevin Hart to write their insurance policy. So that being said, we're not here to talk about insurance, obviously. My personal favorite is the network marketing, and that's why we are here. So let's go ahead and move on. I want you to join my network. This is not obviously a gimmick or a scam. I call my network the Get Rich Network, and pay attention here. This is not the Get Rich Quick Network. This is Get Rich. This may take a year, it may take you 2 years, it may take you 5 years, but our intent here is to get rich. And let's see, we're not talking about six figures rich, either 100,000. Anybody can do that. I'm talking about 7 figures per year. We're playing for all the marbles here, the big bucks, and we're going to help each other make a lot of money, hopefully. Let's move on to the next slide here. And obviously, when you're joining these networks, you really have to ask your sponsor, or ask yourself, what is your sponsor going to do for you? I mean, selecting the correct sponsor in a network, that's going to be crucial. You could be promoting something, let's say Cancer and Appeal, and obviously you would think that will sell, but if you come in under the wrong sponsor, you're just not going to make any money. Let's say your product is ABC Liquors, and you join under one sponsor and you make no money. You may be tempted to blame ABC Liquors, but you join another sponsor doing the exact same thing, you may make $1 million. Obviously, liquor sells, so just choosing your sponsor is going to be key when you're doing this. So how is your sponsor going to help you help them? Are they going to help you, generate sales? Are they going to help you generate leads? Are they going to help you find referrals? Are they going to help you get customers, clients? Basically, are they going to help you drive traffic to your website, to your funnel? That is very, very important. So you're going to have to interview your sponsor, obviously. I mean, as I said earlier, you can sign up for the same business under somebody else that's going to offer you some sort of help to get you started. The product or the service, that is important, but it is actually secondary to being a part of the right team. Let's move on here. So when you come onto my team here, I really just need you to come in and follow instructions. Just need you to kind of imitate, copycat, and duplicate and automate the system. Don't need you to come in and overthink anything. Don't really need you to do too much contemplating. And obviously, you want to slow down here. I'm trying to stay as slow as possible. As I said, I'm an insurance agent. I have a tendency to kind of blow through things here, so I'm going to try to slow down. But we need you to actually comprehend what you are actually reading and what you are actually hearing. So just listen, kind of pay attention, and understand the possibilities of what's right in front of you. I mean, it's going to be extremely boring, but obviously this stuff is not meant to entertain you. Let's go ahead and move on to the next slide. And obviously there are going to be many ways that you can make money online. I mean, we have the affiliate marketing. I mean, there's drop shipping, e-commerce, education. You have the dating, the wellness, and we're going to use a lot of different methods. We're never going to put all of our eggs into our one basket. Obviously, the method that we're going to be using is the make money. That is one of the largest segments to go along with the wellness, which wellness is going to be pills, lotions, that sort of stuff. Well-being, and obviously you know what dating is. That could be anywhere from dating to porno. Those are huge sites also. But obviously we market various businesses to enhance and multiply our income. We're going to diversify. And when you come into this business, you're going to be building what we call a business, a network of your own. I call my network Get Rich Network. You can call your network whatever you choose to. It's totally up to you. We're going to start with the free Money 101 website is the website that you're on right now. That's a practice website that you can come in and make whatever errors you need to make because you're not dealing with a large amount of money. You're actually going to be dealing with house money, free money. Then we're going to move on to something bigger on the Legends VIP. We're going to introduce you to what we call the One-Up Pay Plan, and the cash tracking system and the Best Easy Work go hand in hand. Let me see if I can find my cursor here. They go hand in hand with the One-Up Pay Plan. So all of those kind of go together. So it doesn't take much effort. It actually takes no more effort whatsoever. Then we're going to move over into the cannabidiol oil products, the CBDA. CTFO has that CBD Gold product right now. is just way ahead of everybody else in the cannabidiol oil. And we're going to introduce you to the Fund My Home, home buyer down payment assistance, and the Carrot Bars, which is gold, but it has a lot more than gold. And if you want to get into telecommunications, that's going to be on my funnel also. That's going to be for like cell phones or home phones, cable, internet, home security, home automation, if you want to get into that. If you want to learn affiliate marketing, that's also on the website. That's more or less every man for himself. You're going to have to learn how to create SEO. You're going to have to learn how to do paid traffic and that sort of stuff. It's a lot of stuff that goes into affiliate marketing. That's going to be a lot more complicated than network marketing. But if you want to do that, you can simply go to ClickBank or Max Bounty now. Choose yourself an offer, pick a creative, and start driving traffic. Just buy traffic and go from there. And you can bypass all of this, but you're going to need thousands of dollars to get started the right way with affiliate marketing. But let's go ahead and move on here. Now, this is a business. It is not your business, and that is so true. We are marketers for other businesses. A lot of individuals come in and they want to tie their boat to tie their skiff to one boat, and that's really stupid. I mean, even if someone does come along, have a business, a cure for cancer and a pill, you don't want to go ahead and just drop everything else that you're doing and just totally pursue that. You want to go ahead and add that new offer onto your funnel and give people the option. I mean, you're creating a menu here in a restaurant. You're not just serving rare steak every day. Some people may not want rare steak. Some people may want chicken. Some people may want lobster. So as new opportunities come along, don't throw away all of your old opportunities. You keep those in your funnel. You just simply add your new opportunity into your funnel, and you just keep it moving and give people the option to do what they want to do. Your business is actually the marketing and the networking with other marketers. That's sponsoring. That's what we call it. Actually, we call it building a business, because what you're doing is you're bringing people on to work under you. The same as, let's say, Walmart. They bring in employees to work under them. They're building a business because you cannot do this by yourself. You have to have other people working to achieve their goals and simultaneously helping you to achieve your goals. Referrals is what we do. And how many referrals do you need? Well, you need a minimum of 2, and that's not, let's say, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. If you just have 2 people ever that are actually active in doing something, you can actually make a lot of money just only having 2 people in your organization. I mean, you don't have to go out and try to recruit the entire world, because that's not going to happen. If you bring 1 person per week into this business, you are going to be filthy rich. That's like 50 people, 52 people per year, which is not a lot, but you're going to have people dropping off. They're not going to drop ads. They won't drop a Facebook flyer. They won't drop a text ad. They just won't do anything. They just think some sort of way the money is just going to come to them, and that's not the case. But if you just 1 person per week, that's going to make you filthy rich. 1 person per month is going to make you rich. Let's go ahead and move on here. We receive what we call a referral fee. In insurance business, we call it commission. You can call it whatever you want to call it, and we get that fee or commission for generating leads, referrals, clients, customers, sales. Doesn't matter what you call it, it is all the same. And we're not selling anything, and that is so true. I mean, we are not selling anything. You're not sitting here negotiating the price of a car. Only thing we are doing is giving away free money. And we're giving away an opportunity for individuals to do something with that free money. You can either take the free money and go buy a lottery ticket with it, and hope that you win. That's something that you can't control. This you can control. But if you take that vantage point, that we're giving away free money and an opportunity, which is what we're doing. That's true. You're going to be very successful at that. If you go out and you try to sell this and you try to convince people, you're going to fail. I mean, that's just too much work. And just allow the presentation to do the work. You just drive people to your funnel, which we're going to get your funnel set up for you, and just allow the presentation to do the work. You just send them to your website and let them make the decision on what they want to do. This is an invitation. It is not a sales presentation. Now, of course, we're not trading time, of course, for money. I mean, for those of you all that are accustomed to, working 40 hours, 30 hours, at a certain amount of pay per hour, $20 per hour, and I'm going to make $600, $800 per week. That's not what we do. I mean, you're not going to get rich working like that. I mean, there's only so much time in a day. And if you think working, labor is the way to go, that's obviously not the way to go, because you're going to break your back and your days of working is going to be limited. I mean, we're doing a task. We're getting paid for completing a task. That task may take you 5 minutes per day, or it may take you 30 minutes per day, or it may take you an hour per day. That just totally depends on you and how much money you want to make. And is this difficult? Well, this is the biggest question I get, and obviously it's not difficult for me. My girlfriend had to bring this to my attention and slow me down, because I was an honor student in high school. I mean, I don't mean to toot my own horn. In college, I majored in finance, and I minored in math. So for those of y'all that don't know, that means I'm pretty effing smart. So it's easy to me. So I'm going to try to slow down and allow everybody to catch up. And you do know that saying, if it were easy, everybody would be doing it, and of course you can't be an idiot doing this stuff, because you're going to be working from home unsupervised. There is nobody there to tell you to get up out of the bed and drop ads. Nobody's going to force you to do anything. You do whatever you want to do. But at first, when you see the stuff, it may be information overload for you. So you're going to have to be patient and just take one step at a time. There are video instructions for everything. Of course, you have one-on-one training, because if you're in my direct downline, you can obviously call me at any time. Even if you're not in my downline, your sponsor can call me, or his sponsor can call me. So you can always get the answers to any questions that you may have, because it just simply will go upline until it eventually gets to me, and of course I have an upline. Most of his stuff is automated, and it's already done for you anyway, so you don't really need any experience. And of course, we're not asking you to start with $100, $200 out of pocket. It's free. So we're not running any Ponzi schemes where you have to pay $200 or $300 up front to start, $99 per month. Don't get involved in stuff like that. More times than not, it's pyramid, it's Ponzi, and it's going to saturate, and the people on the bottom are just going to get crushed. Does it work? Well, of course it works. I mean, I'm not in the habit of just making videos because I like making videos. If I'm not making money, I'm not making videos, and of course, if it works on you, of course it's going to work on others. So you have to ask yourself, how did I get to this point? Why did I click the link? And ask, why did it work on me? And it worked on you simply because you are in our target market. You're someone that wants to work from home. Somebody that wants to make more money than you're making right now. You're a business-minded individual, an entrepreneur. You may be a salesperson. You like MLM type stuff. Basically you are in our target market, and that target market is one of the hugest markets there is in the world, not just the country, the world. And you're simply going to be duplicating the exact same process that got you here. Now, before we go any further, we do need to clean this up some, because obviously this is not a JOB. I mean, there are some of you here that truly just don't belong here. I'm looking for what I call players, people that want to actually get into the game and play. We're not looking for bench warmers, and we certainly don't need, a bunch of spectators that just like sitting around watching these videos. And of course, it's important to note that you're not going to get rich, or you're not going to learn how to get rich from these little 5-minute or even a 1-hour video. This video is just simply an overview. It's not a tutorial to teach you anything. Each concept is going to be broken down into smaller individual tutorials, and you're going to have to learn just one thing, one step at a time. And of course, as I just said, you're not here to get paid to watch videos. You have to take some action. I mean, there are a lot of get paid to do sites for that. Get paid to watch videos, get paid to do surveys, get paid to do this. They pay about 1 cent per video. So who's going to sit down and watch 100 videos to make $1? I mean, that's absolutely stupid. But if you're looking to make money, get paid to do stuff, you find that site on your own, Inbox Dollars or something like that, go ahead and do that. But we're looking for people that want to make $1 million or more. And obviously you're not going to do that on get paid to do sites. You have to take action and actually do something. So how do you earn $30,000 weekly, and is it real? Of course it is real. I've seen the paychecks. It is more than real. There are guys making $50,000 weekly. But you do this via the strength of a network. You can't do it by yourself. As I said earlier, you have to have individuals that are working to attain their goals, and while they're achieving their goals, they're making money, they're simultaneously helping you to achieve your goal. Zig Ziglar said, You can have everything in life you want if you will just help other people get what they want. You bring people in, you help them make money, and as they're making money, you're making money. If they don't make money, you don't make money. And that's what I was saying by you have to select your sponsor properly. A lot of these people go out and they sponsor, bring people into the business, and they give them no type of support. They just simply hope that the person they're bringing in is better at this stuff than they are. Or they're hoping to bring someone that already has a downline of 20, 30, 40 people that's just going to boost them up. And in most cases, that's not the case. I mean, people are coming in with no experience on recruiting or referrals or any type of marketing experience whatsoever. But with our proprietary systems of reaching an unlimited number of people, your potential is going to be virtually unlimited because you have a wider target market. Let's just take a look at the numbers here, the income potential. Now, we have different levels because, as I said, we diversify. When you bring someone into the business, into your funnel, you're going to learn that you start with something very basic or free, and you take people, you upsell, what we call upsell, upgrade, or whatever the word you want to use for it. So we have levels that you'll earn, either anywhere from $100 all the way up to $10,500 plus a $4,000 add-on, which means each person you bring into this business is a potential $14,600 in your pocket. If you're sending out 10 and just using just the text ads and this is the one-up pay plan, just this. We're not talking about things that are on the Free Money 101 website, and there are going to be other things such as the Accountability Oil, the Fund My Home, the Gold. This is just one thing. But if you send out 10,000 text ads daily and you get let's say 5 days per week, not 7 days per week. I send out text ads usually 3 times per week, but let's say 5 days per week at 50,000 text ads at, let's say, 0.1% response. That's very, very conservative. I hope you agree. I mean, if you do any type of marketing, when you send out advertising, you expect typically about 0.5% response. I'm using just 0.1% response, which would give you 50 people. 50 people for the week, they respond to your ads. That's 50 people out of 50,000. Very low number, right? 50 people respond, and only 10% of those people actually take action and do something, which means out of 50,000 people for the week, only 5 people actually took some action and did something. Not a lot of people. But those 5 new trainees at $100 up to $14,600, that gives you a paycheck of somewhere between $500 and $73,000 just for week 1. But the main thing you have to take out of this is you now have 5 active pay lines, which you're going to learn what a pay line or a pay leg is later. And this is just from your personal work. We haven't got into the team. This is all about the team. In week 2, you personally do the same thing as you did above, but now we're going to start adding work from your team. Those 5 trainees, if they're doing the same thing, they pass up 1 each, which is going to give you another $500 to $73,000 plus what you made in the second week, which is the same thing. This is going to give you a total income of $1,000 to a potential $146,000 in week 2. That's the potential income. The main thing now is you now have 10 active pay lines. Going down in week 3, you do the same thing you did up here, $500 to $73,000. But now you have those 10 trainees all passing up from week 2, passing up 1 each. Now you got $146,000 plus you add that to your personal production. Now you're at somewhere $1,500 to $219,000. That's just in week 3, and of course the main thing here is you now have 15 active pay lines. Not even going to go into week 4 because the numbers just start getting ridiculously insane. And keep in mind, most of these people are going to come in and start at level 1. Don't be discouraged at that, because as they start making money, they're going to slowly progress down until they eventually get to the $10,500 and the bonus add-on. And then you don't have to do any more work to make money from doing that. When they go from level 1 to level 2, you make more money without doing anything. When they go from level 2 to level 3, you make more money without you having to do anything. So don't ever be discouraged when someone gets started on these lower tiers. And of course, take note, as I just said, it takes the same effort to earn $100 as it does $14,600. And this is only from our one-up pay plan promotions. We haven't even gotten into the Free Money 101 website yet. Just the numbers, we're doing the same work, but just the numbers are bigger. That's what it amounts to. And let's keep it real. Average expectations, let's keep it real here. Let's be realistic. Let's say week 1, you only have 2 trainees. These are the numbers. You earn $221,000. Week 2, you're doing the same thing, but now you have those two pay lines. So now you got 4 pay lines total. You only earn 400 to 4,200. Would you be willing to work for that? And these are real, keeping it real, serious, realistic numbers. Week 3, 600 to 63,000. Week 4, 800 to 84,000. Week 5, you're going into your second month here, 1,000 to a potential 105,000. Week 6, 1,200 to 126. These are really, really conservative numbers if you're only just dropping 10,000 ads maybe 2 or 3 times per week. At some point, you won't have to do any work whatsoever because you're going to have so many pay lines out there. You're just going to have money coming in, and you could be doing anything, anywhere. Now, of course, our target market, that's individuals that want to earn a legitimate income working from home, whatever their reason may be. They may be disabled, they may be a house spouse, maybe they just want to make more money, they just have a personality where they just can't get along with anyone, they'd rather work by themselves. But whatever their reasons for wanting to work at home, this is a very large market. So you don't have to rely on your friends or family. But if you do have a circle of, let's say, friends, family, colleagues that you work with, you're into sports, you have some teammates, or whatever your circle is, that is going to be the best place to start, because you really only need 2 people to get started. But even with the largest circle, eventually you're going to run out of people, and you're going to have to do some advertising, and that's what we teach you how to do. Now, making a lot of money can't be the, actually it is. It's easier than it looks. I mean, your job is simply to give 2 people or more. You don't want to stop at 2. Just give them some free money and an opportunity to do something with it. And of course, you have to be available for those that have questions or they need help getting started. They got to set their funnel up. This is really, really easy stuff. Now it's time to go ahead. We're going to gamble with some house money. And, we say in the sales business, you got no skin in the game, which means you haven't spent anything. You have no time in anything. You don't have anything to lose. There's absolutely no risk to you. But before we do that, of course, we want you to practice. Let me just tell you a couple of stories here. I had a guy named Dave called in, and he got into the business under a different sponsor about 3 months ago, into one of the upgrade programs that's on the funnel. He started at $3,500 level, and he had no experience whatsoever on generating referrals. So he got on there, thought he could run some ads on Craigslist or whatever, and thought other individuals would just jump on the same thing, the $3,500 level, and thought he'd be making $10,000, $12,000 or so per month. Of course, nobody from Craigslist, nobody ever started. So after a couple of months, of course, he got contacted his sponsor, and he wanted to get his $3,500 back. How do you think that turned out? But the moral to our Dave's story is he jumped before he looked. He didn't practice. He wasn't sure that he could generate referrals, and he lost $3,500. So he started on the free money one-on-one website. He's learning how to generate referrals. Steve's story, he wanted to put a loan application on the funnel for people that are coming into the business. He wanted them to start at the $10,500 level by acquiring a loan to pay their sponsor $10,500 without any experience, knowing whether or not they would actually be able to do this business. And I indulged him with his suggestion. Oh yeah, that'd be a good idea. And I'm thinking in the back of my head, that's the most dumbest thing I've ever heard. If you can't get people to come into the business and they can get started for free, how are you going to get someone to come into the business and spend $3,500? Moral to this story is I'm not looking for stupid ass suggestions. I'm just looking for you to come in and duplicate this. If you want to add a loan application to your funnel once you come in, you can do that. But who in their right mind is going to take out a loan to do a business if they don't know the business is definitely going to work for them? Let's move on to Ted's story. He's a guy that likes to ask people how much money they make, and that is the most disrespectful thing I've ever heard. I'm in the Tampa Bay area, and I used to hang out at strip clubs a lot, And of course, you're hanging out at strip clubs in Tampa Bay, you're going to run into a lot of professional athletes that make millions. I mean, you think I'd actually walk over to one of the guys, hey, how much money did you make last year? It's ridiculous. I mean, I took that as an insult for anyone to ask me how much money I make. Has Donald Trump even disclosed his tax returns yet? You think you can ask Oprah Winfrey or Jay-Z how much money they make? That is the most disrespectful thing that you can do to someone. And your sponsor could be a complete newbie just getting started on this. They may have not made $1 yet, but they didn't create the system either. So it doesn't matter how much money they make. The only thing that matters is what you personally do. I can make $10,000 per day doing this, and you could do the exact same thing. You can make $50,000 per day, or you can make $0 per day. A lot of this stuff is going to be luck of the draw, because when you send out these ads, it's just luck of the draw on who responds to those ads. If you're sending text ads, it could be in the list. You just never know. But don't be disrespectful and start asking people how much money they make. That I just wouldn't even deal with someone that asks me how much money I make, because it's nobody's business. I think you're the IRS, and that's the last thing I want to get involved with. Barry Story, guy can't see the forest because of the trees. Yeah, this is the guy. He works 10 to 4 hourly, and you know, someone that's on a fixed income. He works what is that, 6 hours per day or whatever he makes, $15-$20 per hour. He's on a fixed income, so he's somebody that actually needs free money. You know, but he says he can't work another 4 hours per day once he gets off of his job. Which, if you're working more than 30 minutes or an hour per day doing this, you're missing the boat on it. And he only wants to work to fund my home, which is very, very slow money. That's real estate. You know, people have to get qualified for loans. They have to find the house. It goes into escrow. I mean, I was a realtor and a mortgage broker for 20 years. That's actually what my niche, that's my forte. But the market crashed. I lost my business, which is people's mortgage and loan. And that's how I backed into the insurance business, you know. But he's surrounded by people in drudgery, people that work. His referral base is right there around him. Other people that he works with every day. All he has to do is just simply hand out a card or just write down on a piece of paper what the URL is to his website and let them take a look and get started in the business. He's already rich and he doesn't know it, but he can't see that because the trees to the forest are in his way. But the moral to the whole thing here is you have to research and you have to test and get the numbers before you go all in. And most people simply just don't get that. You know, trying to motivate and activate people into doing something that you know is in their best interest or what you think is in their best interest, that is not an easy task. That is what politicians do. And unfortunately, that is also in our job description. That's what we do. So let's go ahead and get down to business. We want to get you in the game before they change the game. And that's true. They're always changing something. You know, if you like what you hear and you like what you see, you know, you want to work directly with me or someone in my network that has direct access to me, it's time for you to do something. You know, I want to show you how you can get started in this business with no money or very little money out of your pocket. Are you prepared to take action right now? Or are you just here watching these videos? If the answer is yes and you're ready to get started, let's go ahead and move forward. First thing we have to do is get your funnel set up. You can't do anything without a funnel. But before that, you need to meet, call, text, chat, or email your sponsor. And there's a reason for that. A lot of the stuff that we do is peer-to-peer. I mean, you're dealing directly with your sponsor with money. If you don't know who your sponsor is, why would you send your sponsor $10,000 if you don't even know who he is or if he's a real person? And I want you to do that now. Let's go out of the PowerPoint. I want to go over to the website just to show you what I mean here. Let's get out of that for just a second. I'll get back to that later. Let's go over to the website that you should be on right here. I'm going to scroll up because the video is going to be in the way here. We have ways on your sponsor. You should have his name out there, email address with the phone number. If you want to schedule an appointment with your sponsor, that is there. You can click this link here. This is look up. If you click this link here, you'll be able to look your sponsor up by their phone number, their address, their name, just to make sure they are a real person. You may not be able to see because of the video down there. There's also a chat button that you can click on if you want to get into an immediate chat with your sponsor. So, and of course, your sponsor, you can't get into the website now because it has a code. Your sponsor has that passcode. Let's see if we can get up here. Click here to get started after you interview your sponsor. And that may only take a minute, may only take 2 minutes. You're not going to get into a 30-minute drawn-out conversation with your sponsor. Just, hello, this is such and such. I'm ready to get started. I need the passcode to the website to get started, you know, and just kind of go from there. Ask them maybe how long they've been in the business, whether or not they're newbie, which it really doesn't matter. But don't get disrespectful about how much money you're making. You know, it really doesn't matter whether or not they're newbie, because when you set your funnel up, the only thing you have to do is just drop ads, and they're doing the exact same thing that you're doing. So just keep it respectful, introduce yourselves, and know who you're dealing with at all times, because there is a lot of fraud on the internet. And that's the main reason that you want to interview your sponsor at the same time your sponsor wants to know who you are. So let's go ahead and wrap this video up. We kept it under 30 minutes, and good luck and everything. If you have any questions on anything, feel free to give me a call at any time. You have my number, my direct number, and email address right there. Talk to you in the next video.